YouTube, what up? It's Andre, and I'm back with another workout video. This is the second day of my training split, so today I'm doing deadlifts, overhead press, and pull-ups, weighted pull-ups to be exact. And I'm starting off with some deadlifts. So my goal for this year is to get into the 1,000-pound club, where squat, deadlift, and bench add up to 1,000, and I am super close. I am about 45 pounds away, exactly 45 pounds away from being in the 1,000-pound club. And my heaviest deadlift was 385 pounds. So it'd be sweet if I can get that up to 405. That's 4 plates on each side. So I would have to add 20 pounds to my deadlift. So here's the strategy I've been using to go about that. 405 into a 1-rep max calculator is 315 pounds for 9 reps. So that's my goal, is to hit 315 for 9, and then I'm gonna go for 405 at some point. So 2 weeks ago I did a bunch of sets of 3 with 315, and then last week I did sets of 4, and then this week I'm doing sets of 5. And if you could check out this set right here, this was my first set, and it was actually super easy. I'd probably rate it at like an RPE 7, so I probably could have done 8, maybe 7 reps with this. So like, I'm not that far off from being able to hit 9 reps with 315. And I'll spare you all my sets of 315, so here are all of them at once. I ended up managing to complete 5 whole sets of 5 with 315, which actually really surprised me that I could pull that off, because just a couple of months ago, that was the first time I attempted 315 for 5, and it took everything I had in me and able to get 5 reps, and I was like breaking form on the last 2. So when I was able to go through 5 entire sets and like keep good form on every single rep, it just really surprised me, and I'm super excited about that. So after deadlifts, I moved on to some barbell overhead press, and admittedly, overhead press is really one of my weak points. I think it's because for years when I was lifting, I would skip overhead press and anything that involved overhead movement, because I had some issue going on in my thoracic spine, and for some reason any hands overhead movement would like really upset my back. So I would just like skip overhead press for years, and now I managed to like get that pain sorted and under control, and now I'm doing overhead press, but the lift is just really lagging behind everything else. Like my bench press is 255, and I can only overhead press. Today this is 95 pounds for sets of 8. So I really feel like it's lagging behind, but I'm just gonna have to keep working it, and hopefully I can get it to catch up to my other lifts. You know, funny enough, my back pain actually went away after I started overhead pressing, which leads me to believe I had some sort of muscular weaknesses and imbalances from building up everything else but skipping the overhead press. And it's just because I had this story in my head that overhead presses hurt my back, and I really think that was one of the main reasons that they would hurt my back, is because anytime I would try them, I would just be like hypercritical of my thoracic spine and just looking for anything that felt bad, and then that would just cause it to become true and cause it to hurt my back. And I feel like a lot of people do this with like deadlifts. I've always heard the story like, oh, I can't do deadlifts because deadlifts hurt my back. But if you keep telling yourself that story over and over, it's going to be true. Deadlifts are going to hurt your back, and you're never going to get over that. I've hurt my lower back plenty of times from deadlifting, but I don't think to myself, I can't do deadlifts because there's something inherently dangerous about deadlifts, because I actually believe deadlifts are extremely safe and one of the most beneficial movements you can do for your body. Instead, I'll think to myself, all right, in this instance, what did I do wrong that caused my back to hurt? And then normally it's because I'm trying to lift way too much weight or do way too many reps and I start to break form, and that's when things start to slip up and you go to Snap City. The more positive your outlook on the situation, the faster you're going to recover. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.